favorites. Any context clues for that one? JJ, you want to give me any context clues for that one? Or do you just want me to, like, react to it like I would react to it? A group of bullies being extremely transphobic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Why?
Thanks for the gift.
Wait, let me find... it would be in my favorites. There it is. And I'm gonna have to do this. Your technology loves me today. Not. Technology never fucking loves me. So... Trigger warning, people. For this one. Has that done what I want it to do? Yes, it has. So, trigger warning, people. Because they were dragged up by Neanderthals. Well, Steve-o. Okay, so, let's... How long is this? Don't do that to me. Oh, I can't see the time.
Just glue looking motherfucker.
Oh shit, that's a strong way to start.
Just glue looking motherfucker.
Oh Jesus, okay, well we're starting off strong. Okay. That may need to be turned up a little bit, I can't hear it.
What about what you've been doing apart from ignoring you?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well, we don't give a fuck, Helen, shut your mouth.
My name's
Okay.
it's not Helen.
Helen,
How many times? He's going in his boxes, being dragged his way into a
bitch,
wall.
aren't you? You're a little bitch boy.
I'm a bitch boy.
You're a little bitch boy. You're a little bitch girl, aren't you? You're a little girl, you've got a pussy, aren't you? Exactly.
What the This went on for 2 hours? What the fuck? Oh god.
Okay, again, with the transphobia, congratulations.
Oh, well, you're lying about being autistic, bro. How dare you? You're lying about being trans. You're lying about being autistic. What's wrong? Don't your family agree with lesbians, so you've got to pretend you're a boy? Get go.
Wow, that's a lot. Hey, fellow show. Wow, that's a lot. That Emily, I don't know. Because it's, you know. So hang on. They are saying that this person's lying about autism and lying about being trans. That's the... That's what they're alleging. No, I get that, JJ, but Chills isn't. No, I get that. Also, if someone is against lesbians, they'd also be likely to be against trans people. Yeah. They would. What the fuck? What? Why the fuck? Why the fuck? The people... You know when you're sort of stunned into submission? It's like, what the fuck? Wow. Wow, people. Wait, sorry, I missed that. Hang on. Wait, I missed... Wait. There might be a bit of an... Oh, come on. JJ, hello. There might be a bit of an echo.
That's fine. Oh God. So Rants is playing a live replay of what happened last night, and these people who you can see the screen recording of were, I think it was around about 2 hours, possibly more, were just absolutely disgusting, vile in the claims that they said. They were going after Chills. For anyone that doesn't know who Chills is a trans creator, does like FYP stuff. Started off doing his interviews against other creators, stuff like that. There's been a lot of falling out between a lot of them, but last night come to a head with them just being outright transphobic, just trying to say that Chills is lying about being trans, autistic, and then come in the derogatory comments saying, oh, like, little bitch boy, dead naming, and obviously saying like, oh, you're not even on hormones, like you've got this certain stuff, you've got that certain stuff, like talking about private areas. It just got insane and wild and disgusting. So Rants is obviously playing a live replay of everything, but this isn't even the worst of what happened. Obviously, this is only a snippet of what happened.
That's just a snippet. That's not the worst of it. Seriously? What the fuck? That's not the worst of it. Oh my god. Like, okay, but the thing is so context from what I'm gathering. Okay, they were originally friends with Chills.
So I wouldn't say they were friends. I would say that they were this group of people are known for using people, pretending to be friends, manipulating them to the point where you believe that they're your friends, but it's a transactional relationship.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. So they were pretending to be on Chill's side at one point, and then Chills obviously saw the light, if you will. Jay said they went for Tilly. They've gone for so many people. Yeah, they use people for information.
Jesus. And because there's been like it's come to a head, and now they're showing their true colours by the looks of it. Damn.
Bearing in mind, a couple of these people are people that, I don't know if you remember the really bad trolling on me, but a couple of these people were involved in that, like front and centre.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Like, but, oh my god, like, so because they obviously don't like Chills, they decided to pull this crap?
Yeah. Oh, Jay, this doesn't even, like, how they went for me was fucking child's play compared to what they're doing at the minute. The comments that they come out with last night was... And it takes a lot for me to be shocked. It takes a lot. But the comments that they were coming out with made me physically feel sick. It just, yeah.
Yeah. Jesus. What the hell? Yeah, like, that's a lot.
So much. But it's like a two, I think it's around about 2 hours, maybe a bit longer,
Yeah, like a 2-hour recording, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This level of transphobia.
Jesus. Poor Chills.
Yeah. I think Chills doing okay. Chills has got a good little support system around him. But
that's good to know that Chills has got like a good support system. So like, you know, but that's a lot. Last night just to annoy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh. Now that you said that name, okay. Okay.
But in that screen recording, bottom left hand corner that's her.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a few other characters. I will voice note you after. But I thought I'd let you know so that you could do me a little favour and push it out for me.
Oh, okay. No, I get you. Yeah. No, I get you. That's a lot, though.
It is.
That's a lot.
I thought you'd be shocked by it as well, because it's just...
Yeah, that's a lot. Like...
Yeah.
And, people show this...
I'll leave you to get on with it. Now you've got a little bit of a hot starter to your life.
Of course, JJ, that's okay.
Love you, bye.
Sending love, JJ. No, that's okay. That's a lot. Like, Jesus. That is a lot. Never heard of these people. Now that Lost the Plot Mum said one name. I know one. Oh, I can see the picture. Oh, I wasn't looking at the picture. I was looking at my comments when I was reacting to that. I was looking at my comments. Now that I've looked over, oh, now I can see the picture. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. See, wow. Okay. Well, with those names in mind, I'm just gonna say I'm not surprised. Yeah, I know, Fentic. I have not heard those names in ages either. So yeah, but that's a lot though. Poor Chills and no, God, seriously. Wow. But yeah, that's on Rants Will Do's TikTok. Rants Will Do's TikTok. If people want to go and view that, and that was a lot. Damn. Yeah, Rants Will Do, that's the name, yeah. Jesus Christ, what a way to start. That's well, I was gonna say, poor Ranson. God, people can be so disgusting and toxic. Jesus, starting off hot and spicy. Yeah, starting off hot and spicy, JJ. Starting off hot and spicy. I mean, why not? Why not start off hot and spicy? But yeah, that's on Rants Will Do. That's a lot, though. As I said, poor Chills. Like that's a lot. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I have seen the carnage. I've seen the carnage, don't worry. I have seen some lengths. See, the words, and again, only a clip, only a tiny bit of everything. Yeah, and that was enough. That was enough. That was definitely enough. Okay, so as I say, I didn't know whether, because obviously yesterday we went through like the weekly like recap kind of thing, and so I do have like the Observer has the full 3.5 hours of Saturday, but the Observer also has like 3 different clips from that live stream. So part of me is like, thanks for letting me up yesterday in the box. That's okay, Emily. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. As a mute keep going. Of course, Emily. The Observer is good too. Yeah, the Observer does amazing work. So I didn't know which way to go, because obviously it was Saturday, and obviously we spoke about it a little bit yesterday, but obviously we haven't seen the clips to go with it to react to it. But the Observer obviously has 3 clips up, and also the long live stream. She's a sneaker one. She's everywhere. Oh, yeah. The Observer is everywhere. The Observer observes everything and watches everything. So, Now, we love the Observer. We love the Observer, and we love what the Observer does. I just wish we all could be friends because it's one person on who we hate so much. Reese, I get that. The Observer is God at this point. I mean, you're not wrong, JJ. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The Observer is God. So, do you want the long fucking live stream, which I've not watched all of it, or do you want the clips? Should we go through the clips or should we go through the live stream? That's okay, Reese. That's okay. I get that. Just waking up, you're like, I can't function. I get that. I'm like that sometimes. I'm like, I can't function. I just woke up.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you, Lorraine. So clips. Let's be honest, Josh. It's still like, yeah, like props. As I say, props to the Observer for posting it. Y'all should go and, I know apparently you can't say this on fucking TikTok anymore, but I'll fucking say it, I don't care. Go and subscribe to the Observer's YouTube channel. She has everything up there. But she does have the 3.5 hour like Saturday clips on there. I think they're clips because they have all the good stuff. Yeah, and like as I say, I got like 17 minutes into the 3.5 hour thing, and I was like, I'm getting bored. Even somebody who covers it, I get bored. I get so bored. A highlights reel, yeah, just like a highlights reel. But the Observer does have the clips also on TikTok as well. Also, as a side note to what we were discussing yesterday, these live streams.
Thanks for the gift.
I know I post them on YouTube, okay? I do post them on YouTube. And we were talking about section, sort of like, not sectioning. Is it sectioning or segmenting? Fragmenting content. I know I was going with that. I get that, Alex. This PC has temper tantrums too. Y'all see it. So fragmenting our content. You can post on TikTok hour-long content. So what I did was I edited yesterday's live stream, and I'll do it for this live stream and subsequent live streams going forward, and posting the live streams going forward. I don't know whether that's because I do post them on YouTube, but is it worth posting on here? Keep this strictly to do with E and the live streams that we do here. Hey to you, by the way. And the live streams that we do here, and then like doing a separate channel to do with gaming and all that stuff elsewhere. That was the thought process at like 3 o'clock this morning. The Observer is God here, yeah. I think so, just in case you get banned. Yeah, the Observer yes, the Observer is God here. But yeah, that was my thought process at like 3 a.m. this morning. So that was a side note before reviewing some clips, so that we can sort of segment off different things. Where am I going here? Where am I going? I'd say yes, different horses for different causes. Right, Haley, that was my thought process, because we were discussing it yesterday, and I can... it's a bit finicky, because TikTok fucking doesn't like me. I will say, I'm going to say that. Even when I'm fucking editing to repost on TikTok, because they are currently sitting, all 5 of them, because I had to section them off, is currently sitting in my drafts, and fucking uploading them to using the PC is a fucking nightmare. Technology doesn't love me. My laptop don't like being called E. It's resetting now. Oh God, that's happened to me, Alex. Literally, you guys have seen it when this PC's decided to shut itself down. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? But yeah, so we do have right. Yeah. We're gonna go think, look, can't complain. I've been trying to get it to turn in for 4 days. Oh, Alex, really? But yeah, so I think that's my plan going forward. To upload these. Obviously, the full version is still going to be uploaded to YouTube because you can't load more than an hour on fucking TikTok. It was working 5 days ago. Oh, Alex, yeah. Wait, what am I doing here? I need that one. Right, so these are from Saturday. These clips are from Saturday. So, now, I think I've favorited these correctly so that one follows on from the other. I think I have anyway. By the way, warning for, is it misophonia, where somebody eats and stopping their chops? As someone that gets really fucking irate when somebody does that and it grates on me, I think it's called misophonia. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but warning for people who get triggered by that, because the freaking tramps of TikTok can't eat off camera. Oh.
TikTok is crazy.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it either. I can't with the chewing. I know, JJ. Oh, it's like, this is what I say, warning for people who. I mean, I know I know you guys can hear me vape, but
Just like that. Like so crazy. Like, I'm literally just sat here and eating my pizza, and it goes crazy. Whoa.
Ooh. He was trying so hard to not care about the comments. I know, Irish, yeah, I know. They were trying so hard. Oh, shit, they have left their hair and didn't try to continue dyeing it. It must be damaged from the bleaching. I think it is, Sky. I think it is.
In my opinion, I don't think many people care about mental health together. Like,
so, in Elphaba's opinion, people don't care about mental health. Okay. We're gonna go down this road. Okay.
it doesn't clock to them, unless it's real life, but I come off for 2 weeks. Great, love the 2 weeks off. I come back, I try and come back, do makeup, do normal, right? It's not working out.
Okay, so
Thanks for the gift.
thank you, Riri. We care about the mental health of the people he harmed. Exactly. First of all, you didn't take a break for 2 weeks. you were scamming on Instagram. Remember the fake letter that you put up for your autism diagnosis? And now you're going to get the letter again? Weird. Okay? So you were still scamming on Instagram. Still trying to prove a point on Instagram. So people were still pissed off with that. Right. So you didn't take a break. You came back to try and sing, which, okay, fine, fair. But people still have a problem with you being online and the timing of when you decided to come back. So there's that. Never known them to send 2 letters. They know they messed up, so doing another letter. Yeah, they're going to try and rewrite history, Dark Tinker. I like that name. Yeah, they're going to try and rewrite that again. And then when they came back to TikTok, guess what they're trying to do again? The gender GP scam. The hormone scam again. So it's not like Elphaba took time off and didn't change. It's just a case of they went to IG to perform the same scam, the autism scam, and then they're coming back to TikTok, try and scam again. Morning, Eden. Ooh, I've got milk chocolate digestives. I'm not going to eat them on camera, but I do have milk chocolate digestives that my partner brought back. GGP won't let them back. I mean, yeah. Wasn't going to say they didn't work out because not getting money doing makeup, etc. Yeah, so they like Elphaba really is gonna try, and it's not that people don't care about mental health, Elphaba. It's the fact that you affect everybody else's mental health. Someone on outside of TikTok said people who are neurospicy try to tell themselves they're not, but people who aren't neurospicy try to convince themselves they are. Yeah. Yeah, Emily.
And to my supporters, that actually, they have to suffer with that. No, it's not their fault. Because they haven't asked for it.
Oh yeah, I saw the social anxiety, Helen. I saw the social. I saw a clip where Alpha was talking about 1 minute they have social anxiety and the next minute they don't. That's not how that works, but you know. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to suffer through it. Unfortunately.
I mean, going live, a lot of people like to watch. Nice people actually, like, be surprised. And
people that don't know about your toxic behavior. The rest of us actually want you to disappear, but you know, it must be a magician the way they can switch off social anxiety and unmask easily. I know, it's just like magic.
I feel like that's a responsibility, do you know what I mean? Because I'm part of people's routine, I'm part of people's lives. You know, so it's like I'm a main streamer, but they have to suffer with that atmosphere of people hating, because I ain't here for it.
Hi, Leaf.
I really ain't. Like, please understand, I'm really just I'm tired of it. I actually am.
Farm videos, and I generally thought it was authentic.
I just got off live and do videos, that's fine. I can used to do that. No problem with that. I actually have trauma coming live because of this.
You don't understand what trauma is. You have no idea what actual trauma is. Because trauma you wouldn't come back to the thing that causes you trauma. You, on the other hand, Elphaba around Dorothy, keep on coming back to the thing that supposedly causes you trauma. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. If it's causing you trauma, leave then. Ooh, full English breakfast. Ooh.
Because of attacks, because of such evil, I just can't describe to you, it's just horrible. And it's like, I have such a nice reaction on my videos in here.
You mean the ones that you don't mute and block and delete? Good morning, Lindsay. Oh, thank you, Pepper Sky. We love a good English breakfast. You try losing your mother, have someone you care about having dementia. I'm sorry, Reese. Yeah, I know. It's not nice. Self pity for one, pity party for one, and pizza for one too.
And it's like people don't want to, like, it's like people want me to lose it, and girl, it's so tiring, it's just exhausting.
People want you to take accountability. If you're gonna, what a freeze frame. People want you to fucking disappear. Stop trying to play the victim, because you're not.
Thanks for the gift.
You're not a victim. Yeah, want them off the app. Not just this app, but Instagram as well. Just leave all the apps. Cameo, TikTok, Instagram. Leave them all. But they're never going to do it. They're never going to do that, though. So here we are.
So exhausting. But they won't last 5 minutes in the spotlight. You know, they won't.
See, this is where Elphaba goes wrong. This is where Elphaba goes wrong. This isn't my first rodeo, Elphaba. I hate to break this to you. Like, for somebody like me, this isn't my first rodeo. First on social media, but also in real life. This isn't my first rodeo. People in the chat. This isn't our first rodeos in life. You're dealing with the consequences of your own actions. The rest of us, you know, we just got dealt because society's a prick. But try dealing with that. Try dealing with that reality. You know? Try dealing with that reality. Like, get your head. This is where Elphaba. The advice, if Elphaba would ever, you know, be strong enough to come into a live stream and actually, you know, go toe to toe with people. And I wouldn't shout at Elphaba or anything like that, but my advice to Elphaba would be this. Delete all the apps. Sit with the discomfort of knowing that they are hated. Sit with the discomfort of their actions causing problems, and actually look at the world and look at what is actually happening to communities. Plus, many people in my age group grew up, experienced cyberbullying in some way. Yeah, Emily, we have. All of us have. The difference is, though, we didn't get the cyberbullying because of our actions. We got the cyberbullying because of who we are. Elphaba's getting the quote-unquote
Thanks for the gift.
consequences for their actions. That's what Elphaba's getting. Elphaba causes an emotional reaction out of people, so Elphaba gets the hate. It would still make it all about them, though, Josh. Yeah, I know. They would. I know they would. They would make it all about them. This is what they're doing right now. So, it's like, you'll be fighting a losing battle. Many people have tried. Many people in the past have tried, and they still want to be the victim. Still.
So please remember that. If you're giving hate to someone, not just me.
It's not hate. It's called consequences. You don't get that. You do not understand that it's not hate, it's consequences. These are consequences for your actions. The mocking of multiple communities. And you're quite happy to dish out the hate, but you cannot take it. Here's the thing, I don't doubt they get some horrific messages, but they just don't leave TikTok. Well, that's it, BB. I'm sure they do. They've shown them. They've shown that they do get horrific messages. Some of them I question, because some of them I'm like, you know. The green one just wants the views and money. Yeah, Lisa, they do. But he cannot say nothing really. He wished someone to have a car accident. Yeah. You've wished unaliving on many different people, Alpha, but you have wished hate on everyone. So you can't expect people to not react in a manner that you have reacted in the same way. And like I said, some of them, it's consequences. These are consequences to your actions.
I've been put up with this for 5 years. You couldn't put up with it for a day.
Elphaba, I'm 37 years of age. You have nothing on the rest of us. I'm sorry, but you don't. You are 22 years of age. Girl, we've all been through shit. It's not about who can do, and this is where, and this drives me fucking nuts. Because it's not just with Elphaba, it's with a lot of people that come to social media. It's the one-upping. It's, oh, I've been through the worst of the worst. Okay, so have the rest of us. You don't think we've had it? But like I say, the difference between us and you is, Elphaba, is you have caused this. And you continue to cause this because you don't fucking disappear. Anyone pulling them up on their behaviour get the typical we are transphobic. Yeah, we do. They'll break the bed if they get any bigger. It's actually, I mean, they are putting the weight on. They are putting the weight on, and they blame the sertraline when it's not. It's them, and that's another issue. That's another thing. Alphaba's piling on the weight, right? They're piling on the weight, and they're blaming medication for that. And it's not the medication; it's their eating habits. It's like everything. It's like everything in their life is everybody else's fault. They cannot take any responsibility. He has no idea what real trolling and wellness visits and safeguarding really feels like. My daughter is trolling daily ambulance. I'm sorry, Angie. Yeah, he has no clue. He has absolutely no clue. He has absolutely no clue. Like I say, Alpha, this isn't my first rodeo on social media. You have no idea. No fucking idea. He sounds like my dad, which is half my issue. Oh, Leaf. I'm on those antidepressants. I've not put no weight on. Strange. And I mean, it can affect people's body differently, but I get where you're coming from, Reese. I was on sertraline 20 years and never gained weight. Like I say, Pink, it can affect people's thing differently, but I think he wants to use the sertraline as a way to be like, oh, it's because of the medication is the reason why I put the weight on. It's like, no, it's because of your eating habits. He has no clue on real accountability. She blames everything on everyone else but themselves. Yeah. Weight gain would be small, not as much as he has put on. Right, Faye, and that's the thing. But he seems to think that it's all to do with the medication.
Thanks for the gift.
It's not. Thank you, John. It's not. It really isn't. When he said water weight, I nearly burst. Water weight. No, Scott. I have not spoken about the mold yet. I did see a picture of that, and it's concerning. The medication he isn't supposed to drink alcohol with. Oh, Helen, yeah. I have no idea who you are, so...
These haters can put up with it for a day. I've done it for 5 years. You know.
But we've heard this storyline before. We wouldn't be able to put up with it for a day. Girl...
Thanks for the gift.
You don't think we get hate? We do, from your fucking supporters. I asked my doctor about that. She said she never heard of it before. Oh. Well.
I've had people try and frame me. People use me. People do whatever. And it's just like... You know what I mean? It's actually not okay. Because mental health matters. Mental health actually does matter, and it's...
But it's not our responsibility. Here's the key fucking thing, and this really gets on my nerves. Hi, Beth. Can't even cope with the sound of the tune. I know, Lou. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. It drives me nuts too. Here's the key fucking thing. It is not our responsibility of your mental health. Just like, and I will reiterate, hey Evan, just like I will reiterate this again, and I've said this multiple times. My chat, right now, it is not your responsibility that if I suddenly get pissed off. I will apologize if that happens, but it's not your guys' responsibility for my mental health. If I'm having a fucking bad day, then I'm having a bad day. It's not your guys' responsibility. And here's the thing. I can, at any point during this live stream or other live streams, and you've seen me do it. I did it, not last live stream, but the live stream before. I stopped. Because I could feel it getting too much. And Elphaba, at any point, you could stop, delete the apps, and go. And work on yourself, but you don't. You sent me a situation about the mold situation because you're a good person and you know how to act like an adult. Sometimes, Evan, I don't. Sometimes I'm like, I wanna scream. Totally agree, Josh, but unfortunately we'll never take accountability for it. No, they won't. This is where I'm responsible for my mental health. And this is another thing that pisses me off when Alpha was like, oh, I need to block everyone. No, I'm not going to block everyone in my chat. They also deserve a voice. Morning Gemma, they also deserve a voice.
Thanks for the gift.
And I'm also not responsible for what everybody else does as well. I'm going to pick on Haley because Haley's just put a comment in. He just deflects and attacks. I'm going to pick on Haley because, you know, we love Haley in the chat. But I'm not responsible for what Haley does. I'm not responsible for what Alex does. I'm not responsible for what Faye does. I'm just picking names in the chat. Please. I'm not responsible for what Smooch does. I'm not responsible for what people do. And things like that. I'm not responsible for people. If it gets too much in the chat, then yeah. I can tell myself that's a bit too much. The Fallen One. I feel like I've not been in your lives in ages. Well, welcome the Fallen One. Welcome back in. You're now Troy. But I'll take you with me. Helen, there you go. It's called Adult Conversation with Different Opinions. Right, Helen. But that's it. I'm not responsible for what people do. I'm responsible for me and how I behave because that's something I can control. I can control my behavior. I can control my mental health. Sometimes when Mr. Raccoon's here, I'm like, oh, but no, I'm kidding. I wouldn't try and control Mr. Raccoon either. Nice to be here. I need to catch up after a well-deserved social media break. Yeah, sometimes it's needed, the fallen one. But sometimes we are not. This is the problem with you, E. You want everybody else to be responsible for how you're feeling, and that's not on us. That's not on us. We are not responsible for your bad behavior either. We're not also responsible to mollycoddle you through life. That's not how this works. Yeah, but E can't control it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, E can't control. And that's where E doesn't like people who do live streams on them, because E can't control the chat. But I'm like, John. What's going on with E's hair? I've missed loads. Oh, they tried to bleach their hair, the fallen one, and it didn't go well, as you can tell. It didn't go well. You're right, Faye. Children do have better control. They did try and go blonde. He is not a child, and he is not our child. Right, Gemma, and that's the thing, you know. They're not a child anymore. They're 22. They do try and say that they are... yeah, I know what they're trying to use. Yeah, but what do you mean? The hair is all one colour, yeah. I mean, my hair is multicoloured right now, but that's because the dye's dying out. Oh.
And saying stuff like that to me can really mess with your mental health. It's not okay to be doing this. At all. At all. It really ain't.
But here's the issue. You are in control of that. This is where E doesn't understand. And it's not just with E. There's a lot of them out here. You are in control of that. You are in complete control of all of it. You're in complete control of what you say and how you say it. And also, you're in complete control of being on social media. You're in control of your reactions, nobody else. Yeah. And here's the thing, I've lost my shit with E, I'll admit that. But that's my responsibility though, that's not on anybody else. That's still my responsibility. I'll take ownership of that. There was a video of E saying that E doesn't want to grow up. Yeah, I think I've seen that one. Oh wait, no, I'm just going great, Amy. No. What did my mum used to say when she was going great? Silver. It's just silver. It's not great. It's silver. It's blonde silver. That's what it is. I say this to my neurodivergent child that they may upset you, but it's on you how you respond. As someone with ADHD myself, I say it to myself, yeah, Smooch, I say it to myself all the time. I'm like, I'm overreacting here, and I know I'm overreacting, but it's still within my control. Chocolate silver. Silver had to keep coming second. Alex. I need to put more e-cig liquid in that. We are in control of our responses. Yes, we lose our temper. Yes, we get angry. Yes, things can happen, but it's how we react after that. And Elphaba still wants to be the victim. My nan used to say, a grey hair is a wish a friend makes for you, but I wish they would bloody stop, Amy. No. I mean, that's a good saying though. That is a good saying. That is a very good saying. I can't wait to go grey. My hair is gonna be so easy to dye. I mean, yeah. I'm 41. Man, and I'm going, oh yeah, but it depends. Yeah, you can dye it though. Yeah, I'm going silver now in my beard and hair, and I'm only 31. Evan, there's nothing wrong with that. If I grow out my beard, which doesn't happen often, but if I grow out my beard, it goes ginger. Yep. Everything else is dark, but my beard grows out ginger. And growing old disgracefully. Smoosh, I like that. Growing old disgracefully. But, he'll help me saying this. Mr. Raccoon has grey hair. He's got the Stephen Strange look, as I like to call it. My partner Charlie is brown haired but ginger beard. Yeah, if I grow out mine, it goes ginger in places. If I let it grow out, that is. I guess it's better than going bald, which is what's gonna happen to E if they bleach their hair. Yes, Amy. Yeah, it will. It will. It definitely will. I'm 66 and never dyed my hair in your life, and don't intend to start now. HB. Is that HB? Oh, HD, sorry, yeah, oh wow. The dark hair, ginger beard is a melting thing. Oh, Celtic thing, oh really? I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm yet to find a grey ginger. I mean, you're not wrong, to be fair. I've not seen somebody who's ginger, if somebody's naturally ginger go grey. You're not wrong. They need to deep condition, leave their hair alone, or use a dark dye with oils in it to restore it. Yeah, Smooch.
Thanks for the gift.
As I say, that bonnet's going to be their downfall. Oh, redheads go white. Oh, okay. As someone who's done what E has done, E needs to deep condition or dye with oily dye. I mean, as I say, mine currently has blonde in it because I bleached it and then went purple. But the purple's almost died out now, so I'm like a pinky blonde colour.
You know, I'm not saying I'm like...
Oh, I think I want to go red next. I miss the red. Dark hair and beard with white hairs, like white and dark brown beard, and I'd never dye it.
Nicest person in the world, but I'm not a terrible human being that people think I am. I really, really ain't. When you get to know me, I'm quite actually chill, to be fair. It's just... sometimes I can be quite over the top, you know?
But you see, this is where manipulation comes in. Because here's the thing. This is where manipulation comes in. Because, and I will always turn around and say, right? And you'll always find this with people. Is admitted he can't make or keep friends. Right, and that's a good point, Smooch. Here's the thing about this, right? When you think of manipulative people, right? They are good on the surface, but when you peel back the layers, it's like, are you a good person? And I will always turn around and say, I miss see you next Tuesday. I'm an asshole, right? I'll admit that, because I am neither good nor bad. I'm neutral. I'm a neutral person. I'm not a good person. I'm not a bad person. I'm a neutral person. I'm an asshole. I'm neutral, like, because no one on this earth, whether they like to admit it or not,
Thanks for following.
is good or bad. It's the choices that we make. Yeah, no one is perfect. Exactly, Beatrix. The reason why E can't keep friends is because E always has to be the centre of attention, and that is also a downfall. Is E back on TikTok? Yes, Victoria, they are. And it's about accountability. Yeah, it is. A good person that I used to hang about with ages ago on YouTube turned around and said, I'm a good person, but I'm not a nice person. And those are two distinct things. They're a good person, but they're not always a nice person. And I find that interesting. And it's always stuck with me. They're a good person, good heart nature, will always help someone, but they're not always a nice person because they can be an asshole. Be horrible, but take accountability for it. Yeah, Smooch, yeah. And here's the thing, Elphaba has such good and bad is subjective. It is, Dan, and this is where manipulative people like E are like, once you get to know me, but that's the thing. That's the thing. People have got to know E. Been in work all weekend. What have I missed? Oh, they're just in the manipulative shit, Victoria. So the manipulative people like to put on this persona, but once you get to know me, I'm such a good person, I'm such a nice person to the people that you manipulate, but to the rest of the world, we can see the manipulation and we can see all the bad that you've done and all the bad that you continue to do. Yeah, exactly, Faye, exactly. They were always friends for years, rejected E, and E slated them, yeah. To be honest, E doesn't have a real personality. E doesn't actually know themselves due to their lives. And that's what I mean now when I turn around and say, E needs to delete, if I was going to give E advice, delete all the apps and sit with the lies. Sit with why people don't like you. Sit with that. But they're never going to do it. Be their real, and it says, be E's real friends. But his real friends left. Yeah, they did. All their friends exposed them eventually. That girl from the shelter who went live telling the whole truth. Yeah, they always do. Always do. I thought I was a good person till I peed myself laughing at that black two-piece outfit he modelled. Yeah, people just want clout, babes. They just want the clout, babes, yeah. Saying she'd offered E hormones. 1 second. I needed to cough, sorry. Saying she'd offered E hormones and E'd refused them. Daryl exposed them. Mama Kaz exposed them. Yeah, they've been exposed many different times. CLA's exposed them. EQ, like many different people have. Did he actually go out in that? No, they didn't. Not in it. I've got that, by the way. That's in a video. But no, they didn't. Their personality is what they take from others that they like. Yes, Elle.
But, you know, it's terrifying to have so many eyes on you and have so many people just
Thanks for
after
following.
you. It feels like.
Okay. That's a choice.
And it only just takes a person to break. And then it's too far.
Oh, the S-baiting. Here we go. How long before the S-baiting storyline's coming along? We've had the autism, that failed. We've had the trans, that failed. So now we're getting on to the S-baiting. I swear Elphaba must have these scripts written down in a book. They really must. You watch them from 10 p.m. to about 1 a.m. and during that time they were getting ready. Oh yeah.
And then a tragedy happens, you know? That should happen.
This is called psychological manipulation. You do know this. This is called, words, fucking words out. This is called psychological manipulation. This is the reason why you won't put 18 plus on. Because the rest of us who have fully functioning brains and who can see this for what it is, can see that this is S-baiting. We can see what you're doing. You're S-baiting and you're trying to get your attack dogs to come at people because you're so hard done by, yet you're still live streaming, okay? Control of the coercive kind, exactly the awful one, right? The newer people, because remember, it's half term, you need to get those kids in. Those people are going to be like, oh my God, are they actually going to do it? Oh my God, are they actually going to do it? And that's the reason why you are a disgusting human being for doing it. You are using and weaponizing mental health as a weapon on social media. And that is the reason why you are a terrible person for doing so. Morning, Ratty Catty. It's blocked on their devices. My kids don't have TikTok for this exact reason, Smooth. It's blocked on their devices. Oh, yeah.
To get to that point, we should all be kind to each other. As cheesy as it sounds, that would make the world a better place. It would. And I know not everyone's going to be kind.
Okay, Leaf, I totally understand. Says Elphaba around I know. The person that's weaponized, the person that's damaging so many communities says to be kind. The person that's faking documents for autism says to be kind. The person that's mocked TV, mocked SA, says to be kind. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Haley. Translation, be kind to me. Exactly. Oh, I'm blocked on IG as well. I'm blocked on IG.
Kind to me because some people just don't like me. They don't like how I talk, they don't like how I look. So they're obviously just going to hate on me, aren't they? For whatever reason. But it's the level.
You know the reason. It's not because of the way you look. Although, that hairdo's, doing wonders for people. And the fact that you love yourself more than anybody else, and that's very clear. It's not because of the way you look. Although some people don't like the way you look, but I don't really give a shit. It's because of what you do. Oh, they made it public on IG, on Jesus.
All of it, that can be overwhelming for me. So, if I'm ignoring you, that is a plan I've put in place for myself to not react and to not give you time. Because if I think you're rude to me, then I'm sorry. Who are you? Seriously? A random person with a random day, random life in the world, staring at my face and saving it to your camera roll.
Girl, this isn't saved to my camera roll. He keeps on saying that, but like, you do realise people can put a profile picture up and then delete it. Oh, I know, that's shocking. Oh my God. Yeah, just say Stormy in the chat and he goes mental. I know.
Thanks for following.
I know. You do realise that people can put a profile picture up on TikTok and then delete it. Wow. Shocking, I know. Why is their hair orange? Was that the desired result? No, it wasn't.
Thanks for following.
How would they know what's in people's camera roll? They don't. Thank you for following, Zudo. They don't. Really, they don't. They're just making assumptions.
And half these people claim they're not obsessed with me. The minute you save my face on your phone is an obsession. And if you're nice, that's fine. But like, if you're rude, then you just say you're not obsessed with me. It's just very contradictory, to be fair. So I just say that.
People are obsessed with your behavior. Behavior. Because you do damage to communities. It's not that hard to figure out. They are uneducated, Maria.
I love doing the videos. Videos are so good. And also, I can't lie, I was getting a panic attack.
And yet, you still want to come live. Morning, Ellie. And yet, you still come live. I wouldn't want to scare my dog showing the picture. I don't know how he is allowed to get away with everything he does. I know, Charles, that's a running thing that everyone says. They're able to get away with everything. Oh yeah, we're going to start with the panic attacks.
Not panic attack, but like, I was getting anxiety. Like, I had to turn the comment section off because it was just overwhelming me.
You mean you were getting called out? You were getting called out, girl. Then don't come live. Hello, Vicky. Oh, it's afternoon where you are, Ruby. At this point, I'm used to the fact that he's not going away. Doesn't mean we agree with it. I mean, Smooth, yeah. How about Miss Smooth? No, we're just going over some clips from Saturday. Because I didn't view them yesterday. He uses such dramatic language. They do, Haley. They really do. The immediate change of, oh, it isn't a panic attack, it's just anxiety. Are you in the Philippines, Ruby? A prawn in the curtain pole. Oh, I think I get you.
Because like, usually I'm fine with a fast chat going through, but not if it's all attacking me. Because when it's like on you.
Right, see, this is where the difference is. There's a difference between a fast chat, which you're fine with if it's kissing your ass. See, this is where, right. This is the difference between you using mental health, words like overwhelm, anxiety. Those words are only ever used when it's negative comments. When it's positive comments, oh yes, Queen, oh thank you, love it, green hearts in the chat, we love that, thank you ever so much, kisses, smooches, sorry smooches for the name, kisses, whatever, right? Then there's no anxiety, doesn't show up at all, right? And this is the reason why I get really pissed off when you use autism and the language that you use when it comes to autism, because that's not how that works. It wouldn't matter if it was positive or negative comments. If you were being overwhelmed in a chat, it wouldn't matter if it was positive comments or negative comments. And you should know by now, at the age of 22, what to do in those situations if you were really autistic, which you're not, right? But you only seem to use those words when it's negative comments and when you're being called out. That's the only time you ever use it, is when you're being called out. And that's the reason why mental health, people like you using mental health as a shield is doing damage, because you only ever use it when it's you being called out. My friend Vicky watches me clean and decorate all day long. He blames their laziness on ADHD. Yeah, I get told to slow down and rest. My whole body is in pain due to my brain telling me I have to. I mean, my brain goes fucking 5,000 miles a second. That's the reason we're like, I need to like slow down a minute because I'm talking, but my brain is going 5 million miles a second. My husband has ADHD and he is in non-stop moving, cleaning, etc. I don't think Maria educated E on the difference, clearly didn't teach manners. I mean, he knows nothing about it. I mean, no, they don't. But they like to think that they do. So, they like to think that they do.
It's like that. It's
Okay.
like, whoa. It feels direct, you know what I mean?
Because you've caused problems for the autistic community, the trans community, women in general, domestic violence, sexual assault. I mean, the list goes on.
The internet's a really fucked up place. It's just so fucked up. It is. You know. I'm not crazy about this piece, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's something though, innit, you know what I mean? So I don't get sick. Because when you drink, it's like, do you know what I mean? Hello. How are you? Hello. Oh. Hello, you.
To mask your transphobia, it's so obvious. Here's the thing. I'm not transphobic. And the real transphobic one is Elphaba, because of the harm and damage that Elphaba has done to the trans community. So, that wording doesn't mean what you think it means. I mean, you can believe what you want. I know my truth. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
She jumped upon my lap and that was cute. Okay, I'm calming down now. I just wish people just like weren't that toxic, do you know what I mean? That was a chat, that wasn't me.
Okay, we believe you.
No, but I do wish people weren't that toxic, to be fair. Because I just want to vibe. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Just want to vibe.
I can't mute the noise. Unfortunately, I can't mute the noise.
That's it. Vibe. Make a safe space. Talk about Pokemon. Talk about Wiki.
Okay, so when it comes
Thanks for the
to...
gift.
Thank you, Rosen. The thing is, notice... well, when it comes to you wanting to create a safe space, first of all, the internet's never going to be a safe space.
Thanks for
I
following.
mean, you could talk about Pokemon and Wicked. That's not what you do, though. And the thing is recently, as of Saturday, you turned around and said to the whole of the internet, oh, my letter's coming. Yet Elphaba has posted screenshots of a fraudulent document then of their diagnosis letter. So which is this? Hey Emma, I'm doing okay. So which is this? You know, like, and this is the problem here. You want good vibes, but you're doing damage to the communities by lying about the diagnoses that you have. You're going to try the gender GP scam again, because that's coming, and we can see that that's coming. Because we know the price of how much that's going to cost. So you're literally going to turn around and say that gender GP scammed me again, which is going to cause a bad light on the trans community again. You're just trying to scam more money out of people because you turned around and said that gender GP was £295 when it's not, it's £195. However, coincidentally, your hair appointment is almost £300, isn't it? To get that fixed at the hairdresser's. That was brought up in the other live stream. So, this is where it's just interesting. Gender GP really should be silencing E because they're defaming a respectable clinic. Yeah. So, and this is the reason why, yes, A, you don't have a safe space. That's non-existent. But secondly, A, you don't know fuck all about Pokemon anyway. It's just another money scamming for you. Secondly, you don't know much about Wicked either. It's just an aesthetic for you. And thirdly, you just want good vibes. That day has gone. That day has gone. They should be absolutely sending a cease and desist. But yeah, I can understand that. However, they're not really going... With a company like Gender GP, I don't think they're going to acknowledge E in that way. I don't think they're going to acknowledge E in that way. They may... I don't know what they're going to do, but they may... I don't think they would. The only good vibes is after is one that goes up where the sun doesn't shine. I mean, HD. No, what he wants is an echo chamber. That's what he wants, is an echo chamber. And it's like, okay, however, we're past that point. We're past that point. And he can turn around and say that, oh, the internet's toxic. Well, welcome to the internet. Where the fuck have you been? But okay. No, you just don't like the fact that you got called out. And you're constantly going to be called out until you leave the internet. And actually do some self-reflecting. Hey, Laser Daisy.
Thanks for the gift.
And yet they could always come up. Thank you, Laser Daisy. They could always come up, but they're not going to.
Kids talk about singing, makeup, perfume, girly things. You know, be silly, be quirky, be fun. You know, and have a safe space, not have transphobic.
It's not, the thing is, it's not fucking transphobia. And the fact that you keep on saying that, it's actually watering down real transphobia. You being called out for the freaking mocking of domestic violence, mocking of PCOS, mocking of sexual assault, mocking of the autistic community, mocking of the trans community. That's not being transphobic. And the fact that you keep on doing it is watering down actual transphobia that's actually happening in this world.
Thanks for the gift.
And that then crosses the line, Elphaba, because you are now the transphobic one. Because you are putting targets on actual real trans people out here. That is what you're doing. That is exactly what you're doing. Because of all the shit that you continue to do, it's putting a target on trans people. Every time I hear thanks for the gift, it sounds like Simon Cowell. I find it strange that nobody has gone after them for everything. I mean, it takes time for, like, you mean like in the police way, or like actually like in person kind of thing? Okay, Eden. Yeah, I mean, well, yes, well, in person. Well, people have confronted them. People have confronted them in real life. I mean, so many angry. People have, but like, people live like missions away. But people have confronted them. But as you can see, Elphaba uses a transphobia card, and people don't want that charge. People don't want that charge.
Hateful people that just want to tear me down. And
No, people want you to take accountability. People want you to take accountability for all the shit that you're lying about, all the shit that you've done, and leave social media. That was a whistle then. Leave social media. That's all people want. But you never will. You never will leave social media. Ever. And now you're doing a fucking pity party because people came and asked you questions and demanded that you fucking take accountability. So now we're doing we're fucking pity party.
it ruined every aspect of my life.
You've done that yourself.
I actually would not wish this on you.
Oh, you have? But you have, though. But then when you were pretending to be drunk and you wished that we were all unalived and R-worded and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Remember that? And that wasn't years ago. So you do wish that on people. Oh, can't wait to the day they are caught on a Facebook saying, "You've ruined me holiday." Yeah, the team are acting.
Because it sucks. It sucks. It really does. Especially when you grew up young.
Grew up young. There's a clip out there, somebody says that as well. That's not the correct terminology. Grew up young, that's not the correct terminology. Of course you're gonna grow up young. Fuck me. You mean grew up? I hate to break this to you, Elphaba. Welcome to living. Shocking, I know. The rest of us also grew up. I grew up old. You're not wrong, Jane.
The internet and growing, making a lot of mistakes and growing up publicly, and now...
Elphaba, here's the issue. Here's the real, and this is exactly, again, what abusers do. They will separate their bad behavior, and Elphaba's done this as well. They will separate and turn around and say, oh, that was in the past. That's not me now. As if to turn around and say, well, that's gone. And here's a clean slate. Just ignoring what they've done and be like, this is me now. This is a fresh start. This is a fresh me. Ignoring the fact that 2 weeks ago, they mocked the Ask Angela thing. Ignoring that, right? Ignoring the fact that they put up fake documents about their autism. Ignoring the fact that when they came onto Instagram, turned around and said, see, you can't come at an autistic trans woman who's mentally disabled. Lee. That's what abusers do. They try and separate their bad behavior from who they are.
Thanks for following.
And it's like, well, no, you did this recently. You did this recently. And then you're trying to backtrack, and once again, bringing up gender GP. That was recent. You can't separate these things anymore. I like when E says, young or old, E has never grown up. You're not wrong, Zudo. I like when E says, when I was little, it makes it seem like E was the only person who was little. Yeah, but they do, the reason why they do that, it's a manipulation tactic. It's the same as like, oh, my mum agrees with me. It's to distance themselves from the bad behavior. It's what manipulators do. Like, if you put this in a relationship setting, it's gaslighting, it's Darvo, it's the dark triad, it's all that stuff. You also literally hate Elphaba, I can't spell. That's fine, my spelling's awful.
You look back on it and it's like, why did I even go live, you know? A lot of it is due to not having friends in school, and yeah, really, it's just
But they've had friends. You can't keep on going, and this is another thing that Elphaba likes to do. They like to blame their school. However, Elphaba, you haven't been in school. Woe is me, yeah. So here's the thing, right? It's been years since I was in school, right? I'm old and ancient. But crumbling and falling apart. My body's like a temple. Crumbling and falling apart. Anyway, the freeze frames are wild. So when it comes to their schooling, right? Hello, Mr. Raccoon. They left school at 16. Right? They left school at 16. I'm sorry, Riri. Yeah, it does, Riri. I know. They left school at 16. They're now 22. And this is, again, what manipulators like to do. They like to go back in time to be like, oh, I didn't have friends then. But what Elphaba fails to tell their audience, their new audience, is EQ, Jack, Mama Kaz, Winnie, Jay, Georgie. There's been multiple friends since
Thanks
school.
for the gift.
Daryl, there's been multiple friends since school that have come out and said, Juan, yeah, there's been Juan as well, yeah. There's been multiple people elsewhere since school. So at the end of the day, Elphaba can't keep on blaming having no friends at school, because Elphaba had friends since school. They can't keep on blaming that now for their bad behaviour that they're currently doing.
Didn't expect to blow up. I just kind of wanted to talk to someone, it felt like, because I didn't really have anyone to talk to, except my mum.
But then if we go back to the schooling, because people have come out and said, people from their school days have come out and done videos, they're not hard to find, and said that Elphaba was a problem in school. There's a video out there that I saw the other day about the knits issue, that Elphaba used to go around and with their hair and literally say, I've got knits, and what's the word I'm using? Rub against people. Infect them, yeah. There's a video out there. So like, this is the... Elphaba likes to leave that part out. The reason why Elphaba doesn't have friends is because of how Elphaba acted. And Elphaba leaves that part out. Hey Joe, Elphaba leaves that part out. Okay, so I only know part of what this thing has done. I say thing because I don't know what they use. I mean, that's right. I don't know full well of what they. Oh, Leah, there's a list. But that video's out there. I saw that the other day. I was like, oh god. But that's the thing. People have come out and said that Elphaba wasn't nice in school. They threw Bibles at people. Like, Elphaba wasn't nice. So Elphaba didn't have friends because Elphaba was the way that they are and still is the way that they are. And they blame everybody else for the problems.
So yeah, that's why I went live. It's just to create a safe space for me, you know. And growing up, I was terrible with social cues. Was really terrible with social cues.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. That doesn't mean you're autistic, Elphaba.
I was really terrible with my behaviour, and now that I'm 22, me then is not me now. Please understand that.
Right, do you see the mental gymnastics? Right, but do you see the mental gymnastics that just happened? We went to school and I was bad in school. They just admit that I had bad social cues, you know, this, that and the other, right?
Thanks for the gift.
Right, Smish, I get that, right? But this is the thing, and I just said that, about, we went back to school, and I'm not as bad as, I'm 22 now, that wasn't my behaviour then. I mean, sorry, that was my behaviour then, I'm different now. No, you're not. Because they leave out, they deliberately do this is a manipulation tactic, they're leaving out all the horrendous shit in between and all the shit that they've done just in the past 2 weeks. They leave all that out. And that's the reason why people like myself and others are continuing to bring this up. Because it's just the same manipulation tactics over and over and over again.
It's just not. It is not nowhere near. Because I look back and I'm like, why did I argue at a Uber driver for like literally food? It doesn't make sense. Like, why was I so rude, you know? But like, I know not everyone is going to listen to this and be like, oh my god, yeah, this is funny, and you know, this and that.
Well, I don't find it funny, but okay. But he thinks we are dumb and forget they did nasty things weeks ago. Yeah? Yeah, because you're a rude person. Exactly. Exactly, Andrew, yeah.
Please stop holding on to the past.
Thanks for the gift.
Even though it exists, it's not me now, and it doesn't reflect my behaviour now.
The thing is, though, and this is the problem. What happened in the past 2 weeks? They forged a document to do with their autism diagnosis. They forged a document. They mocked Ask Angela. They'd done a fucking horrendous shit on IG, and now they've come back to TikTok and acted like nothing's wrong.
And it doesn't reflect me as a person now.
Okay, but here's the thing. It does. Because you have not... Right. Again, and this is where... I saw somebody say that... Elphaba has apologised. Well, Alpha can apologise all they want, but there's been no change in behaviour. And saying sorry with no change in behaviour and continuing to do the same things. Oh, I thank you, Mr. Raccoon.
Thanks for following.
They forged.
Thanks for the gift.
Autism letter. They forged an autism letter. They came on IG and turned around and said, "Oh, no one can come at them now." Because we'll be attacking an autistic trans woman. They mocked Ask Angela. They've done so much, and that's it. An apology without change is manipulation. Yeah, it is. So nobody can call him a he, but then he can say and do horrible things, and he's gonna be angry. Yeah, pretty much. Did they say they forged it? No, they want you to forget about it, Vingaloop. They have been on IG, they went on a freaking thing, they put the letter up, and now in TikTok, they have turned and said, oh, my letter's coming in the post. Now they're waiting for the letter. They showed the letter, which was forged, an AI, and we all know it was, but now they're waiting for the letter. Now the story's changed. So, at this point, there was no phone call. There's nothing. It's all forged. I have a feeling that it's all forged, and Alpha was trying to do the autism card again.
You know, I'm a very misunderstood person, and when you get to know me, and you're genuine, you would
right,
go...
but here's the thing. Here's the issue. They're misunderstood. No, you're not. You're not misunderstood. You're a terrible, horrible person. Okay? That has been proven time and time again. And then he turned around and said, if you're a genuine person, basically, if you fall for my bullshit. That's the translation. Hey, Kerry. Oh, that's okay, Kerry. Basically, if you fall for my bullshit, that's not a genuine person. It's if you fall for my bullshit and don't call me out on all the manipulation that I'm doing.
Thanks for the gift.
And again, that's what an abuser does. Morning, Amy. Didn't he say that wasn't the right letter and is waiting for another letter? Yeah, Beatrix, yeah. He always stated that he was on the waiting list through their GP. Then he said he went through Right to Choose. Yeah, they keep on changing the story, Lazy Daisy. They keep on changing the story. I have a sneaking suspicion that none of it's true. None of it is. Because they then turned around and said that their mum was there for the phone call. So if Maria was there for the phone call, Elphaba, where was Diva? Because the phone call happened on the 6th of March, this month. It happened on the 6th of March, was the supposed video call or phone call or whatever. And if your mother was there, then where was Diva? You see, you're trying to cover up one lie, the autism lie, but by doing that, the other lie of where Diva is, oh wait. It's all a lie. There's no autism diagnosis, and you kicked Diva out on the streets because you wanted to keep Birkin. That's the truth, isn't it? And that's the reason why you won't show Maria with Diva. You won't show that. You did a half-cocked photo, right? And the reason why you keep on sending these weird fucking emails that are to different fucking organisations. None of it's true. You're just trying to cover up a lie with a lie with a lie. No diagnosis. You kick Diva out on the street.
Thanks for the gift.
As if he has the money to go private anyway, and I had to go private and get mine is expensive. Yeah, and morning, Dan's mum, and also, you want to try the trans thing again with Gender GP. So that's another lie. That's another lie. You're trying to cover up the autism lie with the Gender GP lie. You see, this is the problem that you're running into. None of your lies are done. You need to stop saying that you're a trans woman because you're not. You need to stop saying that you're autistic because you're not. And you need to stop with all this shit. You want good vibes? Actually come on and tell the truth. Tell the
Thanks for the
absolute truth with everything. But you won't do that. No one gets told they have autism, then screams with happiness. I mean, Scottish women, yeah, no, people have said that.
I would grow on you, to be fair, you know what I mean? I'm quite a vibe. I'm just real, you know, I'm just very blunt. I'm very blunt as a person. I'm very...
But we're doing this again. No, you're not blunt. You're not blunt, though. Being blunt means that you're not going to tell lies.
I used to be defensive, but now that I've grown more, I just think it's just easy just to stay out of the drama and to not even just give it time, because it's just so much easier just walking away from it when you're in the right headspace. Because obviously it's easier said than done, to be fair, because because I'm on...
Yeah, Hayley, it is all to convince themselves. Yeah.
I'm on pills, for God's sake. Coronation Street reference, sorry. Anyway, but I am. And it's like...
And again, you used that, didn't you? You've used sertraline. See, this is the problem. You've used sertraline as a, oh my God, I'm all of a sudden very, very happy. Oh my God, these pills are working. And then now you want to change your medication because you want to use the medication because you put on weight. Once again, using mental health as a weapon. I mean, I'm on medication. And would you like a medal for that, Elphaba? Well done. Well done. Yeah, they started feeling the effects the same day. Yep, started feeling the effects the same day. Started acting like a complete twat online. See, that's what we know, and it's all documented, Elphaba. It's all documented. You use that medication as a weapon against people.
Those are helping me, but at the same time I'm gaining a lot of weight as well, and I'm also eating a lot more because obviously that increases my appetite, so it's like, you know what I mean?
No, No.
Thanks for the gift.
It doesn't increase your appetite to the point of what you're doing. And by the way, you were my God, you were eating freaking shitloads anyway. Your eating habits have not changed. And again, do you see? Thank you, Rory, by the way. Do you see what's happening? They're using the medication to turn around and say, oh, this is the reason why I'm putting on so much weight. No, you're putting on so much weight because you don't exercise and you constantly eat in fucking family-sized portions. For how long? Before the medication. And you know what? Here's the issue, Elphaba. You are putting on the weight before the sertraline. You are putting on the weight before the sertraline. Let's be real. So you can't blame the medication now because all of a sudden you want to blame the medication. No, it's because of your eating habits. If E is on antidepressants, it obviously isn't working. Well, no. Well, according to E, it is, but I don't think E's taking them. I know, yeah, we went through that, Fentic. Yeah, it costs a lot of money. It does cost a lot of money. By the way, thank you, Gemma. It costs a lot of money to go with Gender GP. It does cost a lot of money.
So hopefully I can change on to nice pills though. But yeah, it's just, please be kind.
See, now they're drug shopping. They want to change the medication. They want to drug shop. So when will it be? What will that excuse be?
Thanks for following.
What will that be? No, they wouldn't. Okay, wouldn't. What's the excuse going to be then? When the weight doesn't shift? They can't blame the medication then. They're just drug shopping.
Thanks for the gift.
Funny how he knows exactly what he wants the doctor to change it to as well. Yeah, exactly, Jess, yeah. Which that wouldn't happen. They'll blame thyroid problems, I mean, yeah. Does he actually have a GP? Some people say that they haven't. With the way that he manages to I think they do. I don't know whether it's where they are. Yeah, they would. They would, Bingo, they would. They would say they would call E drug seeking, yeah.
Thanks for following.
One of these days, he's going to take the wrong thing. I mean, and that's also dangerous as well. And because he's putting out this on a public platform, the GP definitely has burner phones. The awful one.
And it's really wrong with what people are doing to me. It really is. And you're just going to get yourselves banned. And that's just how it is. And if you continue, you're just going to keep...
Right, so we need to be kind and we're just going to get banned. Hey, Elphaba, that's called copyright. You're trying to do copyright infringement, right? And we're just going to get banned. What for? What are we going to get banned for? It can't be copyright because that's abusing the copyright system. And that'll come back on your account. Because trust me, if I get taken down because of copyright, I'll appeal it. I will appeal it. Okay? I'll appeal that shit. Okay? You're not going to be able to take down people talking about you. And that is also an abuser's tactic. To take down people's videos, to take down people talking about them. And this whole be kind, that's abuse as well. Be kind, no. Elphaba would be great in a cult. I think it was the awful one who turned around and said that's going to be Elphaba's next pipeline yesterday about them going to
evangelical Christianism or leading a cult.
Yeah, evangelical Christianism. Yeah, it was you, the awful one. Yeah, I thought it was. E's trademark still hasn't even been approved, so how can E claim copyright? There's a difference between trademarking and copywriting. There is a difference. Trademarking is trademarking like your name or a brand or something like that. But copywriting is something completely separate and completely different. Which, by the way, Elphaba, you know when you're playing your music on your TikToks, guess what? That's copyrighted. Do you want to know how I know that? You know when I was screen recording you the other day? Guess what happened when I put that on YouTube?
Thanks for the gift.
It's not actually like up on YouTube, but I put it up on YouTube so that I could review it the other day, the one where I got pissed off and angry. It came up as a copyright. Yes. So when you're playing music, even in your background, when you have your podcast on in the background, that is copyright. So you can't come at everyone else for copyright infringement when you yourself play music that is copyrighted. Yeah, exactly, Hayden. Yeah, Donald T. Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah. You can't do that. People aren't going to get banned, and the fact that you've done that, I hope that people who are appealing bounce back on you so fucking hard. You'd think E would know all that after 5 years on here. Oh, they know. They know exactly. They're just trying to scare. They're trying to use a scare tactic, and it's not going to work, Elphaba. We're smarter and wiser than you, and we've been at this a lot longer than you on social media. We're smarter and wiser, and again, this is what abusers do. Yep. You singing wicked songs, Elphaba, guess what? That's copyrighted. Shocking, I know. You dressing up in green is also trademarked. You having the name Elphaba in your name is trademarked. The only reason why Wicked don't come after you is because it will be seen as a Goliath and what's that?
David and Goliath.
David and Goliath story. And Elphaba will use it to play the victim. That's the reason why they haven't come at you fully. And you're a little gnat in the main storyline, but if they wanted to, the more problems you cause, the worse it gets. But yeah, you are trademarking a name. You are using a trademarked name. But okay, you want to come at everybody else for trademark and copyright. Okay. They have nothing to take from Elphaba, as Elphaba has nothing so not worth their money. Exactly, Rory. Exactly. That's the only reason why Elphaba, they haven't done anything. It's because there's nothing to take. Hello, Naomi. Hello.
And banned. Because I hope you understand that I am talking with the law right now, and
Okay.
Thanks for following.
Apparently they're talking with the law. I think he's done... Wait, that jumped on me. Wait. I think he's done damage to Wicked because of a lot of people who would not watch now, and I am one of them who will not watch it, yeah. But their Pokemon cards are worth thousands. I know. Alright, so apparently, yeah. He's going to get the law involved again. They're talking with the law. Oh, what, like the fact that you've been talking to police and the law for the past 5 years? Okay, bring it. And I'll show the law all of what you've done. Bring it. Bring it, Elphaba. Bring it, Elphaba. You keep on mentioning the law. You keep on threatening us with a good time. You're not talking to the law at all. Again, this is a veiled threat to people. You're the one abusing the copyright system. You're the one mocking multiple communities. You are doing all of this. You're the abusive one. And the fact that you keep on referencing the law is also an abuse of power. Because you think that the law is on your side, when I don't think you're contacting the law at all. The only time Eve follows through is in the awful one. The Pokemon cards he got, no, if they were Generation 1, yes. Yeah, Reese, yeah, I know. But no, he's not talking to the law. They're not. And we know they're not. Because here's the fundamental thing about that. If he was talking to the law and the police, they'd also have to open an investigation on them. Because that's how the law works. That's how the law works. As someone that's had to do a hate crime on myself, no, I've not had to do a hate crime on myself. As someone that's had to put in a hate crime towards myself, guess what I had to do? I had to show the burden of evidence. And the police had to look it up. So, again, misinformation. You're not talking to the law. Again, this is the problem here. You're just doing it as a scare tactic. To scare people. Well, guess what? It doesn't scare me. It may scare other people, but it doesn't scare me. What they're trying to do is silence the truth so their new minions don't find out the truth. Exactly, Riri. Exactly. And that's not going to happen. You may be able to take them to other people's channels, Elphaba, but it's not going to work. Because you have. And it's worked with other people. But here's the thing. People are just going to get smarter. People are just going to get smarter. They're just going to use editing tools to do a voice changer. Because here's another thing for those people out there. I had 2 versions of that screen recording just in case. Okay? And I put them both up on YouTube, right? One of them has a copyright claim on it. Hang on, let me bring it up. One of them has a partial copyright claim, and it's not copyrighted here. It's in other countries, right? And the details are working on it by Arthur Hill. That's what it was shown in Elphaba's live stream on. I want to say it was on the 28th of March. So that was Friday. It was, that one in the morning, the one at 4:30 in the morning, that one. The one that I reacted to and was raging, okay? Right, so here's the thing. I got a copyright claim on that for the Arthur Hill, okay?
Thanks for the gift.
I put them both, I put an edited version, and an unedited version on YouTube. Here's the thing. All I did was change the pitch and put a rainbow filter on it. That's all I did. Copyright claim's gone. On one of them it's still there because there's nothing edited on it, but on the edited one the copyright claim's gone, and all I did was change the pitch. So Elphaba, here's the thing. The copyright, people are just going to get smarter. All I needed to do was put a rainbow thing on that and change the pitch down a little bit. So, and that bit about Arthur working on it, Arthur Hill, was no longer copyright, because guess what? I transformed it. I changed it. So that, please have filters for amusement. I couldn't do it with this one because this one is actually on the Observer's TikTok. Where does the copyright claim come from? Elphaba. Yes, Ellie. People have turned around and said that because Elphaba's managed to get channels taken down, but yes, it does say where it comes from. It will do, and people have said it's come from Elphaba. They rely on ChatGPT, which is proven to become biased as it learns who it's taken to. Yeah, Cat. But that's the thing. Elphaba thinks that they're doing all this big bollocks because they're like, oh, well, they've managed to get channels taken down. But here's the thing. They'll just create a new channel and they'll just edit it. Yeah, he copied Evil Queen when she bought a copyright. Yeah. But here's the thing. The thing about copyright, it copyrights your thing. But all you need to do is transform it. All you need to do is transform it slightly. changed the voice a little, add a filter, and boom, it's no longer Elphaba's content. Even if it's public, it's no longer Elphaba's content. It's then our content. That's how copyright works. You own your content. You don't own our content. People are just going to get smarter with it. People are just going to get smarter. And I've seen, ever since that happened, more channels are popping up now with the older stuff. So this hasn't worked in Elphaba's favour at all. Yeah, he is copying everything, yeah. Yeah, and they're on a public platform, Haley. Exactly. And that's the issue here. And that's what I get angry about. Like, here's the thing. I'm on a public platform. And the other day, when I lost my shit and I got angry, I still put it out there publicly. It's on a public platform. I'll put it up there my fucking self. Because I said it publicly. And this is what annoys me about people like Elphaba, CLA, all these people. Oh, I can just get a copyright, I can do this. I understand how copyright works. I'm like, people can just take my content and change it a little bit and boom. I'm very much well aware that this is a public platform. But Elphaba's like, oh, I'm going to silence everyone. This is not how this works. You cannot silence everyone. Oh, Alex. But yeah, they think they're in contact with the law. Okay. I'd love a fit policeman to come to my door then.
Oi, oi.
He may not be able to leave, but that's another matter. Just saying.
They're contacting TikTok and banning people.
No, they're not banning people. Okay, so the law this is where Elphaba's a liar. Oi, oi, in the background, here's my partner. The law aren't getting involved with TikTok. That's not what's happening. You know what's actually happening? I'll tell you the truth. Because Elphaba said that with an agency or whatever. I don't know whether they still are.
No, they've sucked them off already. From go live.
What they're doing is they are doing false copyright strikes on entire channels, right? And AI is picking it up and just taking their side. That's what's happening. There's no law involved. There's no TikTok involved. There's no police involved with that. That's what's happening. That's what's really happening here. They're just doing copyright claims and copyright strikes on people's videos and channels to have them taken down. Because you can copyright strike a video, but you can also copyright... If you get... I think it's 3 copyright strikes and you get your whole channel taken down. And that's what they're doing. It's got nothing to do with the police. That's with TikTok itself, and TikTok don't get involved. TikTok don't get involved. So Elphaba's lying to their audience again.
Well, I reported. So I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I am, you know. And it's like, because it's like people are literally trying to ruin my quality of life, and that is borderline stalking and harassment, and that's not cool.
And again, here's the issue. You are making that choice. You are lying constantly. Every word out of your mouth is a lie. Autism, just again, the list goes on, right? But you are making this choice. You don't like it, leave social media. You are making this choice by coming on and lying constantly. Does he ever tell the truth? No. Just get off live and that's it. Yeah, exactly, Kat, but they won't. He's making that choice. It's public. Yes, exactly. Exactly. He's making this choice. If only lying burn calories. I mean, he would be stick thin by then. And isn't that what he is doing to the cast of Wicked, standing around and back by the stage door? Yeah. Hey, Dark Mother. Hello. Welcome in.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you, Dark Mother. But yeah, like, we're gonna, again, I'd love the Lord to come in, but the lies that they tell, they're making that choice. It's literally internet rule 101. If you have a public account, with your face and name on it, behave. Yeah. I mean, I never behave, but my face is out there as well. I mean, I never behave, but
That's not cool at all. And it shouldn't be a thing. And people's mindsets online are just absolutely crazy. Honestly crazy. And they're just, some of them are very transphobic.
right. Again, it's not transphobia, and the more you keep on saying this, the more damage you do. Because you are watering down actual transphobia. Haley, you are watering down actual transphobia that's happening. People are calling you out for your behavior. That's what's happening. And you can't stand it. And here's the issue. You're about to try the gender GP scam again. Although I don't know whether they are actually, that could be a lie. I mean, let me rephrase that. They're going to give up the lie, is what I meant. They're going to give up that lie. Because they've got called out for it. So, the thing is this. You are not a trans woman. And the money that you have had to transition is wild. It's irrelevant whether they are male or female or both or neither. The opinions on behaviour remain. Well, that's it, Kat, yeah. Can you imagine E being under your bed as slender? Oh, no. No. Comments getting more.
I even had comments on my new video talk about hormones. They said no amount of hormones can make you a woman. Well, that just screams transphobia. Even if I was on hormones, people would still call me a man, and they would still...
Right.
But that just Roger itself, you stupid cunt.
But that's... Again, you are conflating two separate things. You are conflating two very separate things. You are conflating two very separate, different things here. You are conflating your bad behavior, the people that call you out, and again, this is textbook manipulation. You're conflating people who are actually transphobic in this world, who see someone talking about hormones and say stuff like that, and then you are conflating that with people who call your ass out for all the horrible things that you've done. And you have also been transphobic yourself, and the fact that you are constantly manipulated to get on hormones as well. You see, this is where your cycle is becoming transphobic. Your cycle is actually becoming transphobic itself. But you're conflating those two things together, and it's not. Your bad behavior and people saying that even if you're on hormones, it wouldn't make you a woman, are two very different things. he's called several trans women men. Yeah, they have. They've been transphobic themselves, but they all ignore that because those trans women are calling Elphaba out for their transphobia and for their bad behaviour.
Call me this and that, you know, all the words under the bus. So it's like, I'm just going to do me, and I'm going to show that, and I'm going to show it through videos, I'm going to show me who I am, and I'm sorry.
They won't, Kazza, they won't, under the bus, all the words under the bus, yeah, that's what they said, all the words under the bus, yeah.
If people are going to be very toxic in my chat, I really ain't here for it. Simply because it's just not healthy for me to look at, because one, that just makes me feel sick. Like it's like I can't really explain it to you, but it's just so dark. Like I can feel the darkness from these comments. I can feel that, and it makes me feel sick. And I'm actually cleansed from that, and I've cleaned myself energy-wise for 2 weeks, and I'm...
You haven't. This is where Elphaba really thinks going to Instagram and not being on TikTok is all cleansing. You haven't. You've just gone from one fucking app to the other, and you were toxic on Instagram. Because it failed on Instagram, didn't it?
I'm cleansed from it. Jesus Christ. Pretty sure MLM Huns like.
Oh yeah.
When they listen to him.
Yeah, I'm sure the multi-level marketing Huns. Yeah, it's thrown under the bus. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I was born in the darkness. You was molded by it. Vibes.
All right, Bane, calm down.
I don't know why he's saying he had a 2-week break. He was live on Insta constantly. Yeah, T-Sweet, yeah. But they're trying to manipulate a new TikTok audience. Again, it's all manipulation. All the name under the sun out. But yeah, it's like, I am not drinking out. I'm drinking in my place. Oh, I don't know whether it's in this clip. Go on, Mr. Raccoon. People seem to love you. Don't know why. No one cared who I was until I put on the bonnet. Is he going to go on a spiritual journey like most bad people when they get called out? Well, the awful one turned around and said that they were going to go on that. But there is, I don't know whether it's in this clip or not, but he turned around and said that they haven't been drinking in 2 weeks. That's a lie. That's a lie. They have. They've been out drinking. Karaoke bar.
Karaoke very loosely.
Ooh, Mr. Raccoon. Oh, ooh, Mr. Raccoon. Joshua wants the hoodie in it. I mean, apparently I want the hoodie. The one that I showed you?
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool. Not that you're going to wear it.
I mean, I might. He's literally going to do the same thing that Ollie London did. I can tell you that. Yeah, I know. You did find your version, Alex. You did. Wasn't getting views on Insta, so proves he just want to be chill. Show they don't care, just views. Yeah.
Not, and I swear on my life, I'm spiritual, and I swear that I'm not having that in my life at all. You keep your negative energy to yourself. I don't claim it at all.
That's not how spirituality works, you dumb fuck.
1, that's not how spirituality works. 2, I love how we're going back to spirituality this week. Considering that you have been spiritual, you've been protected by the ancestors, but then you're also protected by a divine being, protected by the angels. You're
witchy.
You know, one of these days I'm expecting to find you with fucking dreadlocks and we're fucking smoking weed dive online. Yeah, Jah wants to spit the love, man.
That'll be coming.
Because honestly, you've insulted pretty much everyone else out there.
So why not?
Why not go whole hog and just throw in the fucking Rastafarians?
Why not? Even stating negative energy proves you know nothing. Yeah, exactly. You know nothing about spirituality, Elphaba. Nothing. Why don't you just go to the actual evangelical Christians? I mean, Gabby Hanna did. Why don't you take lessons from her? Oh, wait, because she's also being called out for being a fake Christian now as well. Oh, dear.
I'm going to sound very, 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 very harsh. Why is Elphaba born now? Why couldn't he have been born when Waco happened?
What happened?
Waco.
You may have to refresh my history with that one.
Cult. Mass suicide.
Oh. That is harsh. I mean, fair, but that is harsh.
Would have solved the world a whole lot of problems.
I mean, yeah. Evangelicals don't even read their Bible. It's perfect for them. I mean, yeah. Yeah, they don't read the Bible. You're not wrong. John's like, bring it back.
I did preface that I was going to be extremely harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing, Dan. In evangelical Christianity, you don't need to read.
You just need to remember. You just need to remember the.
You just need to
the
remember
bits that
matter.
make you look good.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to remember the lies.
Man who lies with another man should be stoned. It usually makes it more fun.
Yeah, but that passage, that translation is fucking wrong. I swear that doesn't mean that got translated.
No one
wrong.
knows what it fucking means.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because it's been translated so many fucking times.